Hi, I exist, and today this is my first speed draw or whatever, or speed paint. And today I speed painted um, Gwyn from Knights of Guinevere because the pilot released on Glitch's channel today, and I thought she was one of the cooler characters in it. So as you can see, I'm just doing like an outline of a sketch I did first. I normally draw before I put it into this drawing thing I do, and then I outline it, which is technically tracing. Is it still tracing if it's your own stuff? Whatever. So as you can see, I got some reference so I can do the colors right because I'm basically colorblind most of the time. Doing the eyes, yada yada yada. What did you guys think of the pilot? I thought it was really cool. I mostly liked it when it got a little bit more darker because it kind of I just liked when it got darker and more gruesome, and maybe that says a lot about me. I don't know, but I do really enjoy that Glitch is doing a 2D show since they are more known for their 3D stuff. But I do hope that we get more 2D stuff. I'm really glad that Dana Terrace gets to write this show because I loved The Owl House, and I will forever hate Disney for what they did to that show because it could have been great, and it was great, and they did the best they could with what they were given for the finale. But I'm really interested to see where this goes. But the thing is with Glitch, it's always hard for me to understand if the pilots are canon or not. I think this one probably will be. I just loved the themes and stuff, like how Frankie and Andy, when they were kids, they like tried to get a plushie out of the claw machine, and then she used a crane to get the body out of the like trash to find the Guinevere. So I thought that was a neat little detail, and I thought it was like kind of important to be like, oh, those things tie together maybe. And as you can see, I'm fixing up some of the line art and stuff because it looks a bit weird. As you can tell, I didn't really like anatomically esque-ish. I don't really like doing anatomy in that way, if that makes sense. I just was like, hey, I'm gonna do her in my more humanoid style that I don't really do that often, because otherwise it would look a little bit too much like Dogman, I think. But I can do it in that style if you guys want to see what she would look like more in my cartoony Dogman-esque style. But I just thought she would fit better with this style. So I just am doing a lighting, which is not something I normally do for drawings like this, but I was like, you know what, I should put a little bit more effort into this. This took me like an hour to draw, and I'm pretty glad with what I did. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think of this. I'm just gonna keep yapping. I'm really excited to see where the show goes, though. I think it will end off with some sort of gut punch of some sort. Like, I feel like, I know it's just the pilot, and we don't know how many episodes it's gonna get, or any of that stuff. I'm assuming it's only gonna get, like, 8 episodes, kind of like how the Digital Circus is only getting 8, or maybe it will even get a season 2. It's up to Glitch, really. And I hope it gets more than 8 episodes, because I really love the style, and I would love to see more of this universe, and, like, maybe, like, what it's gonna end up doing. I'm not really sure. As you can see, I'm doing her hair, doing a little squiggle of the lighting or whatever. I had a lot of fun doing this doodle. It's always interesting to do characters for me that are 3D, but I have to make them 2D. Well, technically she is 2D, so I don't have to make her 2D. But, you know, like it's hard to explain, but like the hair feels 3D in a way, if that makes sense, because it has depth and stuff, and I'm not normally used to doing that or whatever. So I just did the outline. Now these diamonds in her hair were kind of hard for me to do. I don't really know how to draw these like diamond star-esque shapes. So if anyone has any like tips on how to do it to make it look a little bit better, I would greatly appreciate it. I think I did good okay for what this is though. I just was like, I should draw her. I think she's cool. I also love how unsubtle the show is in a way, because it's really taking its hits at Disney in a way from what I could understood, you know? But, yeah, let me think. I'm just fixing her hair right here. As you can see, I accidentally drew a bunch of this on the wrong layer. I don't even know how I ended up on a different layer, but I think I fixed it right there, or I'm going to fix it after I do that. I tried to do like the little darkened part and the curl of her hair right there, but I was like, no, that doesn't really look good. So as you can see, I'm still gonna go and do it, but then I'm even gonna go into detailing it, but I just didn't like this, so I end up eventually getting rid of it. I'm trying to think of other things I could yap about the show. I really liked Frankie. I thought she was silly. I liked the little like frog that she made. I think she made it. She probably did. And something I want to mention is like the animatronic Andy was working on. I know it was probably just like a regular animatronic that someone doodled randomly, but it literally looked like it was one of those how to draw FNAF videos or whatever, because I don't know, it just looked very FNAF-esque in a way, and I thought that was kind of funny. As you can see, I did a little bit of the outlines of her hair, like the side buns or whatever. I really like characters with side buns, honestly. I think they're a really cute hairstyle. I don't even know what this hairstyle would be called, but let's just call it the Guinevere hairstyle, I guess, because, well, no, I think her name is just Gwen. I don't know. It's a really weird way spelled too. Or is it spelled Gwen, like GWEN? I'm not really sure. So as you can see right here, I'm doing her, eyeshadow or whatever, and I just think she's pretty cute, and I really love her creepier form, which I want to draw, but like there's no really good references where it's just like I don't know. As you saw the references I have been using in the video, those are the kind of references I would use to draw the scarier design of her, I guess, or like the malnourished. Is that the correct word? I guess not. And also, is she like an animatronic? I think she is an animatronic, but it would be cool if she like somehow had a soul, you know, like she's interacted with so many kids, she's gained a soul or whatever from helping so many children have amazing times at this basically Disneyland knockoff in a way. And the little girl, I think, who was pulling on her intestines basically, that was interesting. I liked her like horns or headband that was in her hair. I thought that was cool. I looked on the glitch site and I saw the plushie for Gwen, and I was like, maybe I should get that because that's a really cute plushie. They always do so good with their plushies. I hope they do a creepy plushie of her, you know, or like an animates or whatever they're called. And as you can see, I'm doing more lighting on her skin. And I did the lighting on the collar. I also fixed the collar a little bit to make it a bit bigger. Because her collar kind of reminds me of like the Wonder Woman-esque collar, if that makes sense. I'm also going to fix her dress in a little bit. Because the color I'm using to darken up her skin a little bit to make it have more lighting in a way is a little bit too close to the color I used for her sleeves, so I'm gonna darken up her sleeves. But let me know if you want me to do this again. Like, suggest characters. I would totally love to do more characters from Glitch stuff or anything like FNAF or Scott Pilgrim or Puppy's Playtime or Dogman or like really anything that I can figure out how to draw, because I'm an okay drawer. I do more cartoony stuff. If you've seen my TikToks, I mostly like do small animations that take me 3 days at least to do. So I just do those normally. But I was like, you know what, maybe I should do speed paint this time. So this is my first speed paint, as I said in the beginning of the video, and I think it turned out good. I'm just doing her dress right here. I really love her outfit design. I don't really feel like I've seen anything like it. It's very wedding dress-y. Like, she has such a good design. It's so simple, but so overly complicated at the same time. And that's what I love about characters and stuff, is you can have their design be simple, but complicated at the same time. And I also love just the vibe the show gave off. I'm really excited to see what else happens in the show, and I'm wondering how often we'll even get episodes, because if we do get more episodes, I doubt it takes as long as it takes to animate the Amazing Digital Circus or the Gaslight District. But as we know, the Gaslight District won't fully start until after the Amazing Digital Circus is over, and who knows when we'll get like the second episode of the Gaslight District. That's another one of Glitch's shows I really liked, which is kind of weird. They've made so many shows, and the ones I've seen are Murder Drones, Amazing Digital Circus, Knights of Guinevere, and whatever I can't remember its name. I just had it. The Gaslight District. And the one I think I've liked the Amazing Digital Circus and Gaslight the most. And you might be like, what the heck? And I'm not saying I don't like Murder Drones. It's just that Danny Motta has said it best. And I agree with his like statement of that the pacing is really weird. Like, it just is really hard to follow in a way. And maybe that's just because I don't understand it or something. I'm not really sure. But it's just, like, kind of confusing, you know? Like, it's just not... It tries too hard to be mysterious, if that makes sense, I guess. Maybe that's not the right word. Whatever. As you can see, I decided to do, like, a story background in that... Kind of like in that reference image I was doing, but like a little bit different. I wanted to kind of make it at least a bit creepy in a way where it's like she's happy, but she also has a hidden motive, like she's gonna murder someone. Maybe she'll murder that Walt Disney-esque looking guy. I don't know, that'd be funny. So I did like a little darker, and then I did like red too. I thought it was a really interesting pilot though. I would love to do her scary form, as I said, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll just buckle down and do it. But yeah, this was a fun little thing to do. I really liked drawing her. I'm excited to see where the show goes, as I've said like 20 times. But here's the finished product. Let me know what you think. Bye.